Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm and I'm on my porch. This is where I am. If I'm not in the garden, I'm on the porch. So I am gardening slash flower farming in zone 4B, and when I say gardening, I mean my veggies. So I was so excited. This was hidden underneath a giant leaf. I was so excited. It's the white patty pans, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, so I thought tonight I would quickly bring you some updates on some stuff that I've had going on here for a long time. I haven't talked about my Lisianthus that I started from seed. The Russian sage, is that what I planted? Yeah. The little Russian sage that I got on clearance last year at Walmart. I got them for $3 a can, and they're doing okay. They're a little weedy, so embarrassed, but that's life, right? But they're alive. All of the plants lived. What did I plant? 19 of them or something? I don't know, 28? I just remember I had a full car, and I was so excited because for under $100, I brought home all of this lavender, and I planted it on the top of the hill, and it survived. It doesn't look great, but it's alive. So I know I can weed it out and it'll look much better next year. Okay, so I'll show you that. Also, remember the Lisianthus I started from seed back in January? It's about to bloom, guys. I did it. I brought a Lisianthus to life from a seed. Was it easy? No. Did I cry? Yes. Was it a major struggle? Certainly. And I spent about $45 on seeds, and I think I'm gonna have about 8 blooms. But lessons learned, I have learned so much trying to start them from seed this year, and it's still up in the air whether or not I'm going to buy plugs next year or if I'm going to try again from seed. I did find a cheaper seed source, so I might go ahead and try seeds again. So I'll show you those. And then I'm also going to go down to the sunflowers where the deer had eaten the tops of about 80 of my plants. Devastating. Like, I mean, I was PO'd. Like, I was mad because I was planting 150 to 300 a week, and I went down there one day, like, whoosh, just sheared right off. And you know, I live in the middle of nowhere in deer country. Also, though, I don't really live in the middle of nowhere because I have neighbors across, they're like 1,000 feet away. But if you hear girls screaming like bloody murder, it's just my little neighbor girls. So if you ever hear someone going in the background of one of my videos, there's probably nothing going on that's wrong. There's just 2 little girls over there that run around and play. And I just can't help it. I'm not gonna not do a YouTube video because they're running around screaming. But I will try to edit it out so you don't have to hear it and think that somebody's being murdered. I heard them a couple minutes ago. That's why I'm warning you. Where's my coffee? Oh, I just saw something on the table. So I grew several types of peppers this year, and I didn't label them well. So I was in the garden and I harvested a pepper, and I thought maybe it was a bell pepper. No. Well, I kind of knew it wasn't bell. I thought maybe it was a shriveled bell, and you could see where I bit into it right here. Spit it right out. It's so hot. And I like hot peppers, but I don't want to just eat it. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to make maybe like a salsa or something with it. Anyway, delicious. Let's go down. Where are we going to go first? Where do you want to go first? The Lisianthus? Okay, let's go. So this was probably not the best choice for first because the sun is really weird right now, and half the Lisianthus is in the sun and half is in the shade. And it's super weedy. I'm not even embarrassed because this is life. I can't keep up with it. I'm one person trying to farm on acres here. So this is my one that's most close to blooming. It's going to bloom this week. I have, probably 20, you know what? When I said 8, I was being a little exaggerating. I'm gonna have more like 20 blooms here. Let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might have 30, guys. So when it's all said and done, it only cost me $45 for 30 Lisianthus blooms. But you know what? I've never grown them before. It was new to me. It was a trial and error. And I'm weeding, guys. You can hear me off to the side. I'm pulling out a whole bunch of stuff. The reason it's so weedy in here is because all of this frosted explosion grass keeps coming up and I don't want to cut it. So anyway, let me get a closer shot of this Lizzie for you. I just found a pea. The size of this mambo jumbo. Look at this. It's massive. That's a huge pea. Watch, there's probably gonna be like babies in there. Oh no, they're decent size. All right. My favorite. It's really bright right here. I just heard the snake. So I'm gonna write a book, and this right now is my copyright. I'm making it official. It's gonna be called There's a Snake in My Snapdragons. Serious, because there's a snake in my Snapdragons every day. And I have yet to catch him on video, but I just heard him slithering, and I can hear him loud because I have Bio 360 underneath the Lizzies and the Snapdragons. It's the only row that I actually still have the Bio 360 on, and I just heard him slithering. They make like a weird noise as they slither on the plastic. So let me see if I can get him. I'm sorry for all you snake haters, but I'm gonna try and get him on camera. I heard you. Hello. Snakey poo. Where'd you go? I don't think he's gonna show up for us today. So anyway, this is so weedy. It's disgusting. I don't know. I think next year I'm gonna just do landscape cloth, the whole thing, rows and everything. Cause I mean, let's like look. I had flower rows in there at one point. The flowers are still kicking. They're fine. And the Bio 360's down and et cetera, but man, guys, it's so weedy. That's why I'm being like so super into my dahlias and keeping them weed free, because these are done. Like these flowers are, their season is over with. So these can just be torn up. Wow, I can't even open my eyes this way. Okay, so it's, their season is done. We're done here. So guess what? It's okay that it's weedy. The only thing that's not done, my shalosia. Oh, my basil's looking killer. Wow. So excited. It's my first time out here today. I was working from home, but I still have to work, you know? Keep stepping on catnip. Oh, look at this. I gotta harvest these babies. I've got a bunch of this, and it's got, oh, you can't even see it. Yeah, so I'll have to turn the camera around. It's just not a good time to be filming. It's so bright. Anyway, I have the yellow stuff. I have pink stuff. I've got red stuff. Ooh, this red stuff's coming. I'm excited about this. You can't even see it. This row of carnations is all the way up, is really starting to put on some nice blooms. It smells so good. Walking through here, it smells like Christmas. I have to harvest all these tonight. All of the ones. Oh my gosh. It's just, this is so pink. So pink. It's insane. And then you have some red ones, more pink ones. Pink, 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 pink. And they have some like single petal white ones. They're really pretty too. Ooh, so bright. Oh, and then that one. Love that one. This is the Picoti Fantasy Mix. Gladiolas. Remember the Gladiolas? I planted, I think, about 2,500. I'm not the exact number is unclear. But I can tell you that I succession planted these once a week. I planted a few hundred over the course of 6 or 7 weeks. But some of the ones in my 4th row are blooming or budding right now. I don't understand. This heat, it's really, I don't understand. I thought, you know, you plant and then you space them out week after week after week after week, and obviously the ones you planted first would be the first ones to bloom, and the ones you planted last would be the last ones to bloom. And that's not happening this year, and I'm confused. I guess we'll just roll with it. A bud is a bud, right? A bloom is a bloom. I'm so excited because I'm getting some. Guys, this one looks black. I just don't know what it is. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Do you guys see this? I'm not exaggerating. This is gorgeous. I bet you it's gonna be a deep purple, but man, it looks black right now. Okay, so for my sources on the Gladiolas, I love this. So I am surrounded by my gladiolas and I love them so much. Okay, so where did I buy my gladiolas this year? Okay, so I bought them from Fred Nagel's. I'll have to look up the spelling, I'll put it in the description. And great wholesale pricing, and you do not have to, I don't think you have to have a business account. Sometimes I don't remember because I do have a business account, so it's hard to remember which one, but I don't think you do. And I was chomping at the bit to order gladiolas, and you buy them in lots of 500, I think is the minimum. So I bought 4 lots of 500 for him, so I bought 2,000 from him. I had a couple hundred last year that I had saved, and they're the next row over. They're coming up over there, and that was red and white, beautiful ones, and like a marble red and white, and then I had a mixed, like a pastel mix. And isn't this cool? I feel like I'm like lost in the gladiolas right now. And then I bought some from Jake Bent from the Wholesale for the Small Scale Grower on Facebook, that group. Those I planted last, and I planted some in the crates for a late fall harvest. So anyway, yeah, I buy lots of 500, and you have to Google him. Maybe I'll put his website in the description below. Fred Nagels and Sons, maybe? Maybe he doesn't have children, I'm giving them to him. Either way, Fred might have sons, I don't know. But Fred Nagel, and I found him by Googling wholesale gladiolas, and his website popped up. And then I did see on the Flower Farmer Facebook page, people also ordered from him as well. So far so good. I think I have 100% germination on these bulbs, and they were big. I've got video of me, I have prior videos of when I planted them and how they did all along. The only thing that's confusing me right now is this whole thing, like 4 rows over, there's blooms, there's buds, not blooms, because the only blooms that I have are on the first row, and then this actual, where the black one was that I showed you, I did plant that row literally first, it was. And guys, I planted some of these, like the bulbs sticking up. I didn't plant them very deep at all, and they're still beautifully tall, and they have buds. Anyway, I think this is gonna be my thumbnail for the video. I love it. Okay, so this is what it looks like when a deer chomps your sunflower off. This obviously happened not last night, but several days ago, and guess what? Who cares? I'm over it now. It happens, it happens. So I have a couple of things up for deterring the deer, but it doesn't always work. So this is what it looks like. I got a few more over here. That's what it looks like when they initially chomp off. And then I'll show you what happened to the original ones. Okay, check this plant out. It was originally eaten, I don't know if you can see it, there's a milkweed in the way, another sunflower. It was originally eaten off right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 heads growing from that, and this is a pro cut single stem. So all of them that were bit off down here is now producing triple or quadruple buds. I think there were a couple with 5 stems. So, I mean, kudos to ProCut. You're supposed to be a single stem and you're coming up with so many stems, but like this one right here, 1, 2, 3. This one has nothing. This one has 4. I mean, so thank you, deer. I don't know. So shortly after the deer had eaten 80 of my sunflowers, we installed a couple of these on here, and these are motion sensor. So when a deer gets in the general vicinity of that, within, I don't know, like 10-15 feet of that, it emits these really loud, almost like dog whistle noises, and it's supposed to spook the deer off. I have one here, and I have one on the other end of the sunflower patch, and since we've installed those, we haven't had a problem. I don't know if the deer are just over it and finding something else, or if those things are actually working, but I did use them a couple years ago in my garden as well. So I'll link that down below. It's so powerful that my daughter and my husband can't go near these things because it drives them nuts with the ears, but it doesn't bother me at all. They must hear at a higher decibel than I do because I can't hear it at all. I'm just like walking past it and they're like, ah! I don't hear it at all. So here's 3 of these, the Russian sage plants, and they're coming beautifully. I mean, they all look like this. They're weedy though. They are weedy, but all of them made it. I was really, really happy with that. I just want to hug this plant. So this is going to be my first dahlia to bloom. I'm not sure what the bloom is going to look like because we do have that tarnished plant bug all over the place. It's flying away. I have to do another spraying. I gotta look at the forecast and see when we're gonna get rain. Make sure I don't do it when we're gonna get rain. But I think, according to my notes, this is the last plant that I put into the ground, and it's gonna be my first bloom. I put it into the ground about a week and a half after all the other dahlias, and it's that cactus one. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Veritable? Veritable, it's purple and white. I think that's what this is, and I'm hoping it's not dirty. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, these organza bags, if you're not familiar with them, I just got them the other day. I'm putting them over my blooms, my buds, so that the bugs can't get to them and ruin the bloom. My knees hurt, I can't stand like this. So anyway, I think that these ones are getting, taller and bigger because they do get sunshine a little bit longer in the day. So here's the last row, pretty decent, and then it goes all the way back to the tree line, and I think once the sun gets on the other side of those trees, it's shading the dahlias over there, and so these dahlias right here get the most sun. They actually just lost sun probably half an hour ago, so they're mostly in the sun all day long. I have to mow in between my rows right here. My husband did the big mow all the way around, and then I have to mow in between, but everything's looking really nice. Now this is where more peonies will go next year. So this will all be peonies, the whole top of this field, because over there I have 250 peonies on the other side of the dahlia row, and we're gonna extend it and over to here. So this whole top of the field will be peony hill. Let me go check out my zinnias. They're over in the middle here. So my zinnias are just starting to put on a good bloom. I harvested them all this morning. I'll put some pictures up. I'm really loving them. But yeah, this is a, I don't know, 40-foot row of zinnias, and I planted initially, I think 400 plants, but about 200 of that, or not, sorry, not 200, but about maybe 50 of them died because I planted them. It was 90 degrees that week. Half my stuff died that I planted. So anyway, there are some gaps. I'll show you. Like right here, there's some gaps. There should be all zinnias through there. Right here, there are some gaps. We've got some cute yellow ones going to bloom by tomorrow morning. And then look here at the end, a lot of these ones died out. So I have another 80 plants that I'm going to fill in the gaps for that with, but that just happens. What's this? Why is this one? Do you guys ever get droopy zinnias like that? I mean, I think it's gonna be fine, but it's being all droopy. Oh, somebody asked me what this variety was the other day, and I can't tell by looking at my seed packets unless it's queen lime. So the inside is that beautiful hot pink, and then the outside's all green, and I have a bunch of them. There's more over here too. But I didn't buy a variety specific to that. So I'm having a hard time figuring out, unless it's queen lime, but I don't know queen lime to have that. Maybe, I guess. Tripped on canning jars because I've been searching. Does anyone know where I can source the rubber bands for these old ball jars? I have a ton of these and I don't have, I haven't Googled it. I'm sure I can find it if I Googled it, but if you guys know a source, let me know. So I have a ton of these boxes of these. And I have a lot of stuff to can vegetable-wise. So anyway, I thought I'd end down here. This is my area in the basement where my kids play video games. And this is where my heat mats are set up. These are all snapdragons. All snapdragons. There's 700 snapdragons started down here. And then I have them covered in plastic, and that they are starting to germinate. Also, I'll show you a secret. It's not a secret. So what I do is I take the plastic off and I mist them, because you need to make sure that the seed is staying moist during germination. So my heat mat's set to 75 degrees. It's normally around 73. But every day I come down here and mist it until germination. And then once there's a decent germination, I'll move it over to my grow light station. So I thought I would back up and show you. So this is where the heat mats are. I'm gonna put the link to all the heat mats that I use. They're huge. I have 2 huge ones. I think they're 24 by 48. I think they're 2x4s. So I have 2 of them, and I could start about, my kids are screaming at the puppies upstairs. I'm gonna tell my son to stop screaming at the puppies. So the puppies are puppies. I can hear him saying, come, come. Willow. They don't know I'm in the basement. You hear him running all over the place. Anyway, so I can start over 2,000 seeds right here. I mean, I have 700 already, and I have, if I wanted to, I could put these this way and, you know, get them closer together and put these right here. So I'm not even filling a mat yet. And I have a whole nother mat that I can use, but spreading them out. Spreading out the love, because guess what? I have more to start. I'm gonna start tonight. I have upstairs on the porch, I've got a ton of some of my Pro Mix soaking in the water, getting nice and moist, and then I'm gonna soil block delphinium, yarrow, and whatever else I can get my hands on. So behind me, that's why I moved, that is one of my grow stations. I don't even know if it's plugged in right now, but that's on a timer. So all of those lights, every row has a light, and I have 2 of those. I have one over there across the room too. I'm gonna get a 3rd one this year. Like winter time, I'm gonna worry about that. So that is set up on a timer. I have shop lights underneath the shelves, and I have a timer with outlets over there, and the lights automatically shut off at 10 p.m. and automatically turn on at 6 a.m. So I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I have to worry about is coming down here and watering every day, or at least checking to see if things need water. And they usually do when you soil block. They usually do need water, like once a day, or sometimes it depends on if you have a fan running, what your humidity is and stuff like that. But I missed water, all that stuff, all the time. If you leave your seedlings for like 48 hours, they're probably gonna be dead. No big deal. It's like having children. Anyway, so that's the situation right now. So I've got so much going on. I still have to plant more sunflowers, which I have 70 days left in my grow season, so I have to plant them now. Oh, I wanted to show you guys yesterday. Look what I got! So I am swimming in sunnies. I'm not really swimming in them yet, but I will be. So I'm hoping to offer my CSA members a full sunflower bouquet this week. A lot of them have been waiting for it. So hopefully, I have like 50 or 60. I have 18 CSA members. I'm putting 10 in a bunch, so I need 180 sunflowers. But I'm reaching out to them one at a time and seeing who wants one. As people are saying no, I'm reaching out to other people. That's just how I have to do it right now. Next year, I'd really like to do the CSA a little differently, because this stretching it out over 3 months of yes, no bouquets, well, let me tell you how I'm doing it. Let's go up to the porch and we'll talk about it. Okay, it's a lot cooler over here. Oh, my other dog's outside too. So if the dogs start barking, it's because Blooper's outside. Oh, Blooper's messing with the chickens. Did you hear them? They screamed. They're just playing, I promise. Okay. So my CSA this year, I took more people than I should have. My own fault. People kept asking and I just kind of felt mad to say no. So I had only planned on taking 10 customers, because when you have a CSA, you have to have 10 bouquets worth of flowers every week. And I ended up taking on 18 customers, and I did it. I've had enough flowers every week. I don't know how, but we're doing it. And I've been investigating some other ways to do it, and I see other people do like a spring, summer, and fall CSA, so that it's kind of like you can't say no. You either buy the first 5 weeks of the year, the second 5 weeks of the year, the third 5 weeks of the year. And that would be easier for me, because then I would know. Because right now I'm sending an email to people with a photo of the flowers that I have available for the week, and they either reply to skip that week or that they want a bouquet. And so that leaves me last minute having either extra flowers or not enough. So I think I might change the way that I do things next year. I know I have a lot of people interested in the CSA. I have a waiting list for people who want to be notified to purchase the CSA. So I think I might have do things a little differently next year. Anyway, do you guys have CSAs? Do you buy a CSA locally? Tell me how it works, and if you guys have any suggestions for me. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and my Facebook page. I post a lot of pictures. I'm a little crazy when it comes to my camera, so definitely check me out there. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Guys, I almost have 1,000 subscribers. Where did that come from? I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And for everybody that is new here, thank you and welcome. And check out all of my old videos. I'm sorry if you think maybe I'm a little bit goofy. I just kind of say what comes to my mind. I've always been like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that gives you a little bit of an update on things that have been going on here since January, really, with Lisianthus seeds. So anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you soon.